What in the world is going on with the Carolina Panthers? We are now 1-3 again for the fourth year in a row since 2021. I looked it up. 2021 when we had Sam Darnold and we started the year 3-0.
Fantastic.
That feels like forever ago, and we weren't even good. So it doesn't matter. But what's it gonna take to fix the Carolina Panthers? Because it feels like we have the pieces, but every time something goes right, we have something else go wrong.
Or two things go wrong.
Right. Like in 2023, it was like, okay, we need a head coach and we need a quarterback. Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, they're not it. We need to go out and draft a quarterback or go get a veteran.
Which is a bad take right now.
And we got Bryce Young. And so then we get Frank Reich and Bryce Young, and it's like, oh, our coaching sucks, our offense sucks, but our defense is really good, top 3 in the NFL, and it's, our GM's no good. So we fire Scott Fitterer, we fire Frank Reich, we bring in Dave Canales and Dan Morgan, and it's, okay, we need to build an offensive line for Bryce Young now that we have a quarterback.
Yeah.
And we paid handsomely to get Damian Lewis and Robert Hunt, who I think are worth every penny.
They are fantastic.
I'm not regretting that decision at all. I think that was a great move, especially Robert Hunt when healthy. I mean, that guy is a menace.
He is a monster.
And we need him back on the field really, really bad.
Yeah.
But then we get our offensive line, and it's like, oh, well, we don't have an X receiver, and we get Xavier Legette. He hasn't really been everything we hoped.
He's had a terrible year this year.
We still hope he can come back and be really good, but he's not there yet.
Yeah.
And then it's, oh, well, Bryce Young sucks. So then we get Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton gets us the one-game hurrah against the Raiders. But wait a minute. We didn't pay Brian Burns and we didn't pay Frankie Louvu.
Yep.
They go to Washington and New York, and it's, oh, crap, our defense sucks all of a sudden. Ejiro Evero's no good. And so then this offseason, I feel like our priority was definitely a defensive-centered, with the exception of Teteroa McMillan of being in the draft and our first-round pick.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we brought in Turk Wharton. We brought in Pat Jones, Trevon Moehrig, who I think is a really good addition at safety. I think he's going to play more.
Yeah.
I think we're going to move him more to, like, the Jeremy Chin style player. I don't think he's, like, your sit-back and coverage type guy. He needs to crowd the box, and you see that when we played him in that position against Atlanta and even against New England, he played really well.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a problem on our defense.
No, there's other problems.
And we extended J.C. Horn, which we needed to do. I mean, that guy is worth every penny as well.
Yeah.
So, but now it's like, well, our offensive line depth's no good. Our linebackers are an absolute
horrible
disaster.
Terrible.
We got Trevin Wallace, who just has not panned out so far. I'm kind of giving him the same grace I'm giving Xavier Legette because he's a second-year player, but he hasn't been good.
You know who we should have drafted in his spot?
Peyton Wilson. I already know.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude's a dog for pit.
Yeah,
he's playing pretty well for the Steelers.
Yeah.
But him and Christian Roseboom, I mean, those two they miss tackles so bad. In fact, Miami Sunday might cook. Did y'all see that play where they did like the wraparound flip play? I'm like, oh my gosh, that is a disaster for our linebackers. Because like our defense, and then our defensive line gets no pressure whatsoever,
which sucks because we spent some money on the D line.
We did with Wharton, Pat Jones, DJ Wanham in 24, and then Derek Brown still on a big contract, which Derek Brown's playing much better. He's playing really, really well. He's played really well.
And he's
over the
coming
last
off
few
that
weeks.
injury from last year. I mean, but if you want to know my ultimate, what the Panthers could do to fix the problem, David Tepper needs to sell the team.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Me and all my homies hate David Tepper. David Tepper has never been a good owner. He will never be a good owner. He's now, 37 and 83 or something like that?
It's bad.
The only team that's worse than us in that time period is the New York Jets.
Which is terrible.
That's what we're known as.
Yeah.
We're known as the other team with the Jets. Not Cleveland, not Tennessee, not Atlanta, not New Orleans recently. No, the Jets. We are known as the team with the Jets. The Jets are 0-4 right now. They have never been good. They were good in like the 70s. That's embarrassing.
I mean, they were also good like in the early 2000s when they had Mark Sanchez and the butt fumble. And they were good then.
All right.
They made the playoffs.
Yeah, that's true.
We hadn't done that in
8 years.
8 years.
17.
But honestly, I think Tepper needs to look and be like, I'm not the guy. I need to just get rid of this team.
But the problem is he's making money, so it doesn't matter.
And
the soccer team's doing well in the same stadium. The concerts are doing great. David Tepper's not worried about the Carolina Panthers. He's worried about making money. And so, because if he truly cared about our team and cared about our culture, he would say, okay, team's no good right now. I'm going to drop ticket prices, pack the bank.
Yeah.
But instead, you see, like, I guarantee you Sunday, you will see over 50% of the stadium filled by Dolphins fans.
Oh,
because,
yeah.
Probably.
Because nobody, who wants to go pay $200 or $300 to sit in solid seats at the Panthers games? And I'm not talking about the 500s. I'm talking about even the 200s or $200 and $300 a person. Who wants to watch that? Who wants to pay that much to watch our team literally get
murdered,
belt every single week? Now, of course, Atlanta was great. Week 3 was fantastic. That was so much fun. I really wish I was at that game.
They gave me false hope.
It was fool's gold. Derek Brown said after the game, it was fool's gold, and it was fool's gold because we get into New England, and it's like we've never touched a football before.
Well, the first drive, we get on the score, we miss the extra point. That's everything.
We have a rookie kicker.
Yeah, defense comes out 3 and out.
Yeah, made Drake May look like a little kid.
We punt the ball,
get the ball back. Driving again,
Yep.
And then on 3rd down and 8, we run a run play up the middle to Rico Dowdle.
Yeah, we get stuff. We punt the ball. They return the punt for a touchdown, and then
Tracy Smith, our special teams coordinator, needs to go.
I will never understand why we run the ball on 3rd and long every single time we get in trouble. Third and long.
Dave Canales says it was to go in 4-down situation, but you can't go in 4-down situation if you don't get within 4th and 5.
If it's 3rd and 8, we're running a draw play or running up the gut, and we get 1 yard, it's 4th and 7. You can't go for it on 4th and 7.
Well, and even I think it was the second time we did that, it would have put Ryan Fitzgerald in a 57-yarder. He made a 57-yarder against Atlanta. Now, he did not play well last week. He missed the extra point. His dirty kickoff really wasn't that great.
It didn't. Yeah.
It didn't work.
No.
And so he wasn't good, but I still think he's the kicker of the future for us.
I do too.
Yeah. He's a good kicker.
I think
rookie guy.
I think what we're also starting to see, and it's nothing against Bryce Young, but I think now what we're seeing is the 3 years of not having a first-round pick and not being able to go out and get first-round talent. It's nothing against Bryce Young, because if you really want to break it down, we got rid of Brian Burns for bubblegum when at one point the Rams were going to offer us at least two first-round picks for him. And we could have used those 2 first-round picks and another pick to trade up to get Bryce Young. So it's kind of like years past of horrible management and ownership is now finally starting to catch up.
It's the curse of Scott Fitterer. Everybody's on Dan Morgan's case. And look, I like Dan Morgan.
Dan Morgan has done great for what he's had. I mean,
he's been giving crap, and he's trying to turn crap into lemonade, which is not going so well right now. Because what I say is, yes, you can't turn you can turn lemons into lemonade, but right now the Panthers don't even have lemons. We have a glass, and that's it.
Yeah.
We don't even have ice. We don't have sugar. We've got maybe 1 lemon, but it's gonna be the crappiest piece of lemonade you've ever had in your life. So for what Dan Morgan has had to work with, I think Tetairoa McMillan was an A+ pick.
That was
he was a fantastic
2020. He's absolutely amazing. He's had some key drops, but that's the rookie thing. He'll clean it up.
If Leggett will clean it up and Leggett will learn how to catch the ball again,
and we get Jalen Coker back.
And Ted will keep playing great. I think another thing I can't wait to see this week is Jimmy Horn.
Oh my gosh!
Yes.
I'm so excited.
I cannot wait to see what Jimmy Horn's going to do this week.
Jimmy Horn.
But I look at not preseason, but before the season started. We got rid of. I don't know if we got rid of. We traded Adam Thielen back to Minnesota.
We won that trade,
and he hasn't done anything.
But his wife's happy.
But I will say. His wife's happy. He's back home. His kids are back home. I'm sure he's happy. Granted, I don't think things are going the way Minnesota wants them to go right now.
Absolutely not.
But we could use him.
Yeah, he would be getting good targets here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that's hurting Bryce Young is really now he don't have Adam Thielen this year.
So he's having to push all of those.
It's Tetairoa McMillan.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
It. Literally, there's a picture of the Patriots defense set up. And they had 2 corners and a safety, and they all crowded to Tetairoa McMillan.
He knows they know we can't get anybody else.
Renfro's a fine slot receiver, but we're having to use him as a deep ball guy without Leggett and Coker.
Yeah.
Bryson Tremaine is an undrafted rookie. I think he has a lot of potential, but there's not a whole lot of like break off the line for him. So it's literally Tetairoa McMillan, and I'm still very much a Bryce Young believer. I think Bryce Young is still a really good quarterback, and I think even if you watch this season, you can see that he has learned a lot and he's grown a lot. He had a 300-yard performance against Arizona where literally if we wouldn't have spotted them 10 points, we win that game. Arizona's not a good team.
Yeah.
But he's cleaned the ball up the last 2 weeks. He has not thrown an interception. He's not fumbled the ball in 2 weeks.
That's a
Hopefully
big thing.
that stays.
Yeah.
He has missed throws, and he hasn't been perfect. But I don't understand how anybody can watch the Panthers' first 4 games and say, yup, it is only on Bryce Young. Bryce Young sucks.
It's not. I mean, granted, yes, he's had moments, but here's my thing. If our defense can't stop anybody, it doesn't matter if Bryce Young plays like Tom Brady.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't, because if we get on the score, we bleed the clock, get on the score, and then we're giving up a touchdown in a minute or two on a drive.
Yeah, we can't.
We got to go
that.
right back out there again and play offense.
Right, and when you play good defenses, they're going to shut that down.
Exactly.
New England has a really good defense.
Yeah.
That's part of the thing. Is
Yeah.
New England's defense is severely underrated. I think the Patriots are an underrated group. Drake May is playing like a top 5 quarterback this year, and he played amazing against us. He made us look stupid.
Yeah, I think that the trend is going to continue. If you play fantasy football, if somebody's playing the Panthers, go get them because our defense is going to let them score a lot.
Whatever your quarterback is. So this week, go ahead and pick up Tua.
Yeah, go ahead and pick up Tua, and Jalen Waddle because Tyreek Hill's hurt. But I honestly
and really Devon Achane because our run defense is non-existent.
I think what's going to happen if we have another piss poor like defensive outing, I think there's going to be some changes.
Avero has to go. Bro.
He's going to have to leave.
He's got to be gone.
What I really would like the Panthers to do, and it's not my dream for the Panthers. David Tepper sells the team. We get an owner like Richardson again who cares.
Right.
Deeply cares about football. Somehow we go out and get Ron Rivera to come be our defensive coordinator.
Dude, I think if we get new ownership, I don't think that's that far off. I think he'd be willing to take a DC role with us.
I do.
He's still pretty involved. Like, have you seen he was in that the documentary that we did of 2015? He was in that. And he did a good job. I mean, he was wearing his Panthers stuff and like.
Yeah, because now he's at the Cal Berkeley Bears as I think like a GM or like a.
He's kind of like an advisor.
Like an advisory role for Cal. I think it'd be great to have him as a defensive coordinator. Maybe even get Luke Kuechly to come in and help with linebackers. I mean, that was the greatest linebacker, I think, in NFL history, especially Panthers history.
I saw somebody that was like, I want Luke Kuechly. You know, there's people that are out on Dave Canales. I'm personally not. I like Dave Canales.
I love Dave. Now, the only thing I wish Canales would do is I saw like a pregame speech of Ron Rivera. You know how Ron Rivera was like just hard-nosed
animal.
Beat you in the dirt. One of his pregame speeches. I was sitting at the office at lunch watching it, and I was like, Baller rubbed his brick wall right here. Like I
saw that on TikTok.
I think Canales is a great coach. I like the guy. He's very smart. I think he's kind of soft spoken a little bit. I think if he would,
he's Mr. Positive. Everything's great.
Yeah, and it might not be his personality to be that like knuckle buster, like I'm gonna get you, but he's gonna have to show some kind of sign of that. I think, and we're gonna have to start holding some players accountable.
Nick Scott's gonna be off our team. Bro, that guy is so bad.
It's going to have to happen. But I think if that would be the role, I think maybe Canales might need to give up play calling.
Yeah, but I don't trust Brad Idzik. See, I know that's Canales' guy, but I don't love Brad Idzik as an offensive coordinator.
Well, yeah. But my thing is, you look at some of these coaches, it's their first year. What's the guy in Jacksonville?
Cohen?
Yeah.
Yes, Lynn Cohen.
Their guy's crazy.
They're playing good football.
They're playing great football.
But
he's calling plays.
That's true.
And he came from Tampa Bay.
That is.
He came from the exact same situation. I think Dave Canales has been handed nothing. Like literally, the situation he came in.
Well, he was given a crappy team to begin with,
and he knew that. I'll say he knew that coming in. He knew what team he was getting. He was getting a 2-15 team that had freaking Frank Reich under the helm.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me ask this question: who's the worst coach in Panthers history, Frank Reich or Matt Rule? Because it's one of the two.
Frank
Reich.
Now, and I will say this: I think Matt Rule's one of those coaches, like we were talking about a while ago. Nick Saban, great in college, not so great in the NFL. I mean, you look at Matt Rule now. He led Baylor. I mean, great Baylor team the year before
Temple
he left.
Looking good,
and then he left, come to us, and then just horrible.
Sold the bag.
And then we got rid of him. Where did he go to Temple after he left us?
No, he
Nebraska.
went from Temple to Baylor to the Panthers to Nebraska.
Right. And he's making Nebraska looks pretty
Nebraska's
good. He's a good college coach.
That's all he is.
But if you want my opinion, Frank Wright was horrible. And I had high hopes for him.
Oh,
man,
yeah.
I did too.
The coaching staff he put together, I was like, man, we are fixing to cook. It might not be this year, but we're going to cook.
We had so many good, and some of them are still on staff, like Jim Caldwell. I love Jim Caldwell. I would have been all right if Jim Caldwell would have been our head coach. But at that point, you might as well keep Steve Wilkes because they're similar. We still have Don Capers on staff. There is a lot of turnover still from the Frank Wright era of Carolina, because Ivero's still there, Capers is still there, Caldwell is still there. I think D'Angelo Hall was on Frank Wright's staff. Yeah, so he's still there. So a lot, especially defense and advisory staff, it's still a lot of Frank Reich's people. Yeah. And I think at some point, Canales is just going to be like, hey, this is my team. I think he needs to take a little more head coach, alpha male role, because right now I don't know if y'all saw the press conference after week 1. He's like, we're gonna try and get the rookies a little more action. I'm gonna encourage the defensive staff. I'm like, dog, you're the head coach. At the end of the day, you can take advice from them. I think that's good because then you're letting the experts do their work. But if you see, okay, I want to give Prince Leomani Yellen the start, I want to give Nick Scorton the start, I want to put Lathan Ransom back there instead of Nick Scott, you go to your defensive coordinator and you say, listen, this is what we're going to do. Here's your depth chart. I would switch back. Now, one thing I didn't love that Dave Canales said, I don't think he's perfect, but I think there's a world where he's our head coach for the future. The thing that I really didn't like that he said the other day was that he likes our 3-4 system. I hate the 3-4 defense.
No,
I want us to go to a 4-3.
I'm a 4-3 guy. I've always been a 4-3 guy. I don't really care for the 4-2. Was it 4-2-5?
Yeah.
I'm a 4-3 guy.
We're a 3-4. We put 3 defensive linemen. That's why you're not seeing Bobby Brown as much.
Yeah, we need to go.
Our nose tackle.
We need to go to a 4-3. Just take our 4 linemen, bust up their offensive line, and just go for it.
Yeah.
We've got the talent. We've got the players to do it. We're just not.
You put Umani Allen on one side, Nick Scorton on the other side, Derek Brown and Bobby Brown in the middle.
That's disgusting.
Me, that would be a great defensive line.
And then you can switch out Turk Wharton inside, because Bobby Brown can't play the snaps that everybody else. But he's just not. That's not his play style. He'll never play 100% of snaps. Yeah. But you switch him and Turk Wharton. And then your linebackers, Prince Umani Allen is so versatile. He could
even drop back and play linebacker.
He could drop back to one of our 30 linebackers.
Yeah.
And I don't know about Scorton. I like Scorton more as off
I like
the
him
edge.
as
he's a fantastic edge.
So then you would we got to get a different linebacker because Wallace can't be our.
I honest truth, I think what's going to happen this year is we're not going to probably be one of the top. We'll probably be a top 3 pick. I don't think we're going to go quarterback. We might surprise me and just give up on Bryce Young and go quarterback.
I hope not.
I hope not, but that's a possibility. But
David Tepper era of Carolina Panthers.
What we need to do is probably go after a kick butt linebacker.
Yeah, I don't know who's back there right now in the draft at that high. I like Caleb Downs a lot at safety. I think that if we're a top 5 pick, I think we go Caleb Downs.
Because I'll be honest with you, I don't. There's some quarterbacks that are surprising me in college, but
none franchise altering to me.
No, Arch Manning's not. He's had a slow start. He's picked it up some. Caleb Klubnik out of Clemson looks horrible. Cade Klubnik. Yeah, sorry.
No ball knowledge.
Sorry. He looks horrible. I mean, he looks terrible.
Yeah, he's bad. He's
panicking
regressed.
Behind the line. Yeah, he looks not as bad as DJ did for Clemson, but
he's not good though.
He's not looking good. I mean, there are some good quarterbacks out there. The kid from Baylor looks good.
Yeah.
Who else is
Mendoza has looked good.
He's looked very good.
Sellers has looked fine. Dante Moore's looked good at Oregon.
To me, I'm not high on Sellers.
I
I
like
know he's
Sellers.
carrying South Carolina,
Yeah,
but
that's all they have.
you know, you got to look at some of these guys that are just good in college.
So I don't really like Garrett Nussmeier from LSU. I think he's a product of the college.
I think I don't like him at all.
Drew Aller's not good.
No,
I didn't think Drew Aller was good last year. So there's just not that many high level quarterback.
There might be
candidates
some.
at this
It's
point.
earlier in the year. There might be some later in the year that's going to pop out, and I'll be like, oh, that guy. He's the first overall pick.
My favorite right now is Dante Moore. I like Dante Moore from Oregon, but I still don't think he's franchise altering.
No.
Listen. We need to at least give Bryce Young another year. Because here's the thing: if you look at the numbers, even if you look at the last, what was the stat I saw? Like 12 to 16 quarters. He's been really good. Like there hasn't been a whole lot of, and the people that are like, oh well, he got benched against New England. No, he didn't. We took him out because we were getting murdered. Why would we put our 5'10" quarterback out there to get killed where he's out for the rest of the year? Because Andy Dalton can't sustain a whole season.
No.
And Hendon Hooker is too reckless with the football. So we were just trying to protect Bryce Young. He did not get benched. In fact, the fact that Dave Canales even had to say, oh, yeah, Bryce is our guy moving forward, I really wasn't a fan of that. I thought that was kind of a given.
He's not Russell Wilson throwing it out of the end zone on fourth and goal.
No, we just don't have – we still have so many holes, and right now our offensive line depth is crap because you've got Robert Hunt out, which Austin Corbett's doing nothing.
Cade
he's
Mays.
out.
Corbett
Mays is fine.
He's
I like
great.
Cade Mays,
Corbett's playing just.
which he's hurt right now.
I know, but he wasn't.
He's bad. He should have never started.
No.
Cade Mays should have been our starter from week 1.
Yeah.
Zavala is on IR now, which he's been playing better up the run. But his pass, you want to know his pass grade was against New England?
It was probably low.
0.
Yeah.
It was 0. If your offensive line, your pass protection grade was the same as Chandler Zavala's this week, so was mine and so was Hunter's.
You know what's bad though, and it's not to shift off the Panthers, but I mean even C.J. Stroud is not looking good in Houston.
No, I think he's gotten worse. I like C.J. Stroud.
Did you see?
I want him to do well. But.
There was a play. Their offensive line. He hiked the ball, dropped back in the pocket. 4 linemen got one guy, and the nose tackle ran straight through, unblocked, and destroyed C.J.
They're
Stroud.
ranked as like they're last in almost every category.
And I don't think C.J. Stroud's a bad quarterback. I think his offensive line. I think he's going through what Bryce Young's going through with the offensive line.
Well, and they're like, oh, C.J. Stroud, he has nothing. I'm like, yeah, but he also has Nico Collins. Like, Collins, he doesn't have a number 2 receiver. I'll give him that.
Yeah, and Joe Mixon right now is out. That was another big
Woody Marks played well against Tennessee. I picked him up on my fantasy team.
Yeah, but Joe Mixon still...
He'll be running back 1 when he comes back.
Yeah, and he's very solid.
I know. He's a fantasy nightmare.
But I honestly, with us, I just think that there's so much going wrong that... I don't know.
It's like we're having to slowly build every piece, but we've already been slowly building.
We've been
for
slowly
10 years,
building
so
forever.
It sucks. But you basically have to look at it and say in 2024 we restarted the slow process. So we're basically in year 2 again, which is terrible. And again, I don't think anything changes for real until David Tepper's out. I would like to see a group of like North Carolinians, some rich North Carolinians,
by the team.
A Steph, he doesn't have the money yet. I think he'll get there, but have a package deal of Steph Curry, J. Cole, and some rich Charlotte bankers that actually give a crap about the city and and care about the Panthers, and you would see a huge change in just the culture. And that's so much of it right now. We don't have an identity. Our identity is literally that we're
trash.
A terrible team.
Well, this was my take when Tepper bought the team, because he made the comment that he wanted to move the team out of Charlotte. I said from the beginning, I feel like he's going to purposely tank this team to make them nothing, to move out of the city of Charlotte, put them where he wants them, somewhere in South Carolina, rebrand
He wants them in Fort Mill, which is stupid.
I think he wants to move the Panthers and make it his own, and I think he's purposely trying to destroy us, so we're terrible. So he can do that, because in the show he's wanting to do it so the city of Charlotte turns their back on the Panthers, which is pretty dang close.
They're doing a good job right now.
He's doing a pretty dang good job of that. But I'm with you. I think we need to get somebody from the state of North Carolina, the city of Charlotte, who cares about the Panthers.
Or why don't we do what the Packers do and you buy shares? We could own a piece of the Carolina Panthers. I mean, it would be 1 share,
they wouldn't care what I said. But
It still would. It's about
look
building.
Look how they're doing. They're playing great.
They've never been bad.
Yeah,
They've
had.
I
wouldn't say never been bad. They've had
some rough seasons, but
they
never
still made the playoffs.
They've missed the playoffs like 3 times in my lifetime.
Yeah, I mean, and I say playoffs
years.
like, man, I don't know.
Hey, that NFC South title, when we finally get one, is gonna hit.
Oh, I'm gonna buy everything like I bought when the Braves won.
I'm gonna be
the World Series. I'm buying everything.
Let
I'm
me tell
buying
you.
Raleigh an outfit. I'm buying me a shirt, a hat, a polo, I'm buying everything because I don't know if we
can't
ever do
wait.
it again.
I'm ready. In fact, my dad the other day was like, MacArthur, we were riding in the car. He was like, I'm 19. He was like, I hope you get to see the Panthers win at some point in your lifetime.
Yes. Well, for me, I've had 2 opportunities.
I've had one. And
When we played the Patriots and Casey kicked it out of bounds.
oh my gosh, we should have won that game.
We oh god, I'm gonna be started about that. Most people remember that as the Janet Jackson boob pop out. That's the only people remember that. But I remember it as us losing to the Patriots because we should have won. And then we played the daggone Broncos, and you can't tell me that was not a scripted Super Bowl.
Yeah, I definitely think there's some back
because all year
and
long,
I think we knew
all year long, Cam Newton would laid his life on the line for the Panthers. I mean, he was doing everything. He was our offense, and you mean tell me on one fumble he doesn't? He just no.
Well, just even how that game was called, it
Man,
was called
it was
so bad. Like the Jericho Cotchery caught it. The Broncos got literally every little thing
that could have went their way.
I mean, it was just too convenient, and like it was Peyton Manning's last year. All the writing was on the wall, and
exactly.
But maybe one day we'll get back. Maybe it's with Bryce Young,
and it might be why I'm in the nursing home and y'all were taking care of me, coming to see me in the nursing home.
Who said we're coming to see you?
Podcast from the nursing home.
Yeah, podcast from the nursing home. I'm laid up in my bed, just talking, just laid back.
Back in my day, Cam Newton was fun.
Guys, we finally made the Super Bowl and we won.
I really hope the Panthers do win a Super Bowl. I agree with my dad. I hope I get to see the day the Panthers win a Super Bowl.
What sucks to be a Panthers fan, the only thing I've had going for me, like in any sport, I'm an NC State fan, I'm a Panthers fan, Hornets fan, and a Braves fan. The only thing I had holding me up the last few years was the Braves, and then
they're not even
we
good.
crapped the bed this year, but we did win the World Series. And the last time we won one, I was like 5, so like I don't really remember it. So it was nice seeing that, but I want to see a Panthers Super Bowl championship. I'd love to see the Hornets win an NBA championship, and I would love State to win a national championship in something besides wrestling.
Facts.
Because I mean,
I'm really not in that much of a different boat right now because Panthers, Hornets fan. I don't care enough about baseball. I mean, I claim the Cubs, but like,
and right now they're playing the Padres in the wild card round.
Yeah, I know.
So, I mean,
it's pretty great, but I'm not watching every game. And North Carolina has been on a downward spiral in basketball for the last like 6 years.
And you're not even going to talk about football.
Football, yeah.
I can't say anything. We lost to Virginia Tech that we shouldn't have.
Art of winning. Absolutely useless crap. And so
Mac.
I guess our Hurricanes are
I forgot about the Hurricanes.
They can't even win outside of like the first round in the playoffs.
We can't even get past the Eastern Conference Final. I think we're like 0-8 or like 1-8 in the Eastern Conference Final. But we've been there
the last few years.
We'll just become soccer fans. Go for Charlotte FC. I think they're number 5 in the East.
They
probably will, but they're number 5 in the East for MLS.
You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're all gonna become the fan of the best teams that we hate, so they fall in our team's rise.
Let's go Dodgers!
Falcons.
Oh my God!
All right, that will wrap up this week's episode of Between the Ropes. Thank you so much for listening to our absolute rant fest. Let us know, what do you think the Panthers can do, because we're a mess.